The latest fired Zimbabwean VP backs Mugabe's impeachment. The latest on Zimbabwe's political turmoil, all times local, 9:45 a.m. The Zimbabwe vice president whose firing kicked off the country's political crisis says President Robert should heed the clarion call and resign immediately. The people of Zimbabwe have clearly spoken. The new statement from Emmerson Mnangagwa makes clear that he remains outside Zimbabwe after fleeing and won't return until his security is guaranteed. Mnangagwa confirms that Mugabe has invited him to return for a discussion on the recent events. But given the events that followed my dismissal, I cannot trust my life in President Mugabe's hands. He says his security was withdrawn upon his firing, and he was informed that plans were underfoot to eliminate me once arrested. Mnangagwa says he is aware of the impeachment proceedings that start Tuesday against Mugabe, and I will not stand in the way of the people and my party. 9:20 a.m. A recently fired Zimbabwean vice president and likely successor to President Robert Mugabe says the 93-year-old leader should resign immediately. Emmerson Mnangagwa says in a statement Tuesday that he is not in Zimbabwe and that he would not return to the country until he is satisfied of my personal security. Mugabe fired Mnangagwa earlier this month, but Zimbabwe's ruling party is demanding that Mugabe resign and wants the former vice president to replace him. The ruling party is poised to begin impeachment proceedings against Mugabe on Tuesday as Parliament resumes, and it has instructed government ministers to boycott a cabinet meeting Mugabe has called for Tuesday morning. 9 a.m. Zimbabwe's ruling party is set to begin impeachment proceedings against longtime President Robert Mugabe, while a party official says government ministers have been instructed to boycott a cabinet meeting called by the president. Ruling party chief whip Lovemore Machook tells the Associated Press minutes before the cabinet meeting is expected to start that ministers have been told to instead attend a meeting at party headquarters to work on the impeachment. Parliament resumes Tuesday. Mugabe's chief secretary on Monday summoned ministers to the cabinet meeting at State House, the president's official residence. Mugabe is finding himself increasingly isolated. The military on Monday night said the vice president he recently fired, sparking the political turmoil, will return to Zimbabwe shortly and has made contact with Mugabe.